Tal, you introduced me to a phrase.
Oh, God.
Load-bearing pedophile. I want you to explain what a load-bearing pedophile
So
is.
all week I've been hearing the phrase load-bearing pedophiles, and I'm sick of it because it has to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Of course.
Because all these like left center podcaster types are on the Twitters or the X's and the Blue Skies, and they're like, if releasing the Epstein files exposes people, that just means our government is full of load-bearing pedophiles. Like that's some kind of insight that's new.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to be keeping track of how many times we bring up pedophiles in the podcast. So
Oh
far, it's been 4 in a row. I think if we get to 10, we're in trouble.
I just want to be clear. I am the one that's anti-pedophile. Nate has not taken a firm stance yet.
No, I've taken a firm stance. I'm anti-pedophile. I just don't feel the need to say it at the top of every podcast. I don't think I need to say it more than once.
I think if
you're
you don't...
more of a it should go without saying kind of person.
Yeah, I don't want to have to wear the shirt,
Well, I ordered us matching pedophile hunter shirts because I thought if this didn't work, we could start doing that.
Let's have a chat about hate.
And welcome to Hate Speech, where we have no load-bearing pedophiles. I'm Tyler. That's Nate. And joining us today from the internet, he's a YouTuber. He's a smart guy. He's a writer.
Baldo aficionado.
Baldo.
The Baldo.
The Baldo dildo.
You can kind of actually have sex with your balls.
30 seconds. It took 30 seconds.
I wasn't even going to mention it. Yeah, the king of the Baldo, and he runs the Lord Ravenscraft YouTube page, which is really good. It's full of some fantastic video essays. Go check them out. I've seen all of them because I'm a fan. I have no opinion on the Baldo stuff. Lord Eric
You still
Ravenscraft,
haven't tried it?
How much is a Baldo? Let's see. I know you do other work. It's just that's the one that really it was right there. The frontal cortex is just there, ready to pop off.
That's not where you put the Baldo, but yes.
So here's the thing. I would try the Baldo, but I'm going to be vulnerable and honest. So I recently started taking testosterone because I'm a low-T beta male, and I have noticed that my balls have become high and tight to the point where in 2 months they're going to start me on medicine to help my balls grow because my body's my brain has told my balls to stop making testosterone so that I have hypogonadism. Welcome to Hate Speech, Eric Ravenscraft.
10 out of 10, flawless intro, no notes.
Yeah. So, we are...
The cost of Baldo, the Guardian Owls, is generally $24.99.
No more Baldo talk. We're done. So I'm excited. I've been excited for this one because I have not hated something as thoroughly as Ready Player One in quite some time.
Oh, I'm among my people. Thank you. Same.
I had never read the book, and I would argue I still haven't because I found out that the audiobook was done by Will Wheaton, though I listened to that.
Now that everyone could vote from home via the Oasis, the only people who could get elected were movie stars, reality TV personalities, or radical televangelists. I did take the time to vote in the Oasis elections, however, because their outcomes actually affected me. The voting process only took me a few minutes, because I was already familiar with all of the major issues GSS had put on the ballot. It was also time to elect the president and VP of the Oasis User Council, but that was a no-brainer. Like most Gunters, I voted to re-elect Cory Doctorow and Will Wheaton, again. There were no term limits, and those two geezers had been doing a kick-ass job of protecting user rights for over a decade.
I would have burned this book if I was just listening. I'm going to take a step back.
I want to know about Ravenscraft's history before we get into your deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to be clear, we're talking about a little bit of the book and the movie. I imagine a bit of both. Because I think all three of us have ingested both of these at some point in our lives.
Yeah, I think I could make a strong argument that the movie is a substantial improvement on the book.
Yes,
and bad.
Yep. Yeah, both are very true.
Yeah.
So Eric, tell us about your history with Ready Player One.
So I read it like several years after the book came out. I think it was like the year after they'd announced the movie, but before the movie came out. Mm-hmm. And I had the distinct misfortune of, I say misfortune, I chose this. For like a couple of months, every time I drove to therapy, I would listen to the audiobook on the way there and on the way back. Ooh. And every time, like without fail, when I came back, and like I'm only getting like a chapter and a half or so in this drive, but every time, without fail, I would walk into the front door and just stomp up the stairs being like, this book. And like, that's just what my partner would hear because I'm just so angry about like whatever I read in that particular chapter.
Okay.
Because it's very bad.
Okay, thank you. That's the exact same thing that happened to me.
We're glazing over a key detail, which is you're priming yourself for therapy.
Yes.
To Ready Player One.
And I had a great therapist. I would go in and like, I'd read some of the book and be mad, but then I'd be like, okay, that's good. Let's get the feelings moving. Let's start talking about stuff. Talk to the therapist. And she'd be like, let's work on your issues. I'm like, I feel like we made some real progress today. I feel a lot better than when I came in. But then I go listen to it again.
Look, Miss Therapist, I'll feel happier when Parzival takes the first spot away from Sorrento of the IOI.
Fuck. Parzival is a little liar, man. I can't stand this little twerp.
So I had a very similar reaction to the book. I would read it on my commute to and from work. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the most torturous things I think I've ever put into my brain because I had to force myself to listen to it. Because, listener, if you're not familiar, Ready Player One is simply a guy listing references. And the audiobook is about 15 hours long. And that's all it is. If you're expecting a character arc, change, plot, emotions, any sort of interesting visual descriptions of a fantasy world, you will not get it with Ready Player One. It is purely a guy listing things.
I wish that was an exaggeration.
It's not. Okay, so I'll start real quick. In the movie and in the book, the main character's family gets assassinated. And in the book, he is over it after a paragraph. He's like,
oh, yeah.
The only home I'd ever known had exploded. I knew it was time to move along. I ordered a new VR headset.
But like that could be brilliant. Like the thing is, if given a context of like, oh, he's dissociating, he's escaping, that would be great.
That would be an interesting idea to explore. Yeah,
but the book is not that.
Yeah, but you can't frame like fictional universes as an escapism from real life problems if your entire point of the story is, aren't fictional universes so cool and memorizing them is the height of personal development?
Oh, God.
But it's frustrating because this is fertile ground, right? I think,
especially now.
Yeah. Like, no shit. Like, it's fertile ground to have a character kind of be a disassociative online nerd.
I am one of those.
And, like, I would argue that Parzival is one of those.
Yeah.
Like, but, like, the thing that is really kind of fascinating here, and I don't want to compliment this book, but I think Ernest Cline, the author of the book, is Parzival, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So isn't he also, like, you know, escaping reality? Like, you know.
100%. Didn't I cannot recall if this is like, if I made this up or not, but I feel like he got his own, like, DeLorean, which is the same car that, like, Parzival gets when he becomes rich.
Of course,
like,
he would.
Just living out the exact same. Now I need to look this up.
I was going to try not to slander the man, but I don't see how I can live my life without. But Ernest Cline has done more damage to the culture than just about anything in the world.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. As that self-insert character, I think it is exceedingly pathetic because I think the man himself, after amassing a lifetime of references and nerdy insular facts in his head, he wrote a book where having that, being in a fandom, is seen as virtuous and good. And that is disgusting. He's basically trying to, apologize for why he has no emotional inner world. It's just a collection of Monty Python quotes.
Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
I think one of the most fascinating like differences between the movie and the book that highlights just how bad the book is like, okay, they like you've got the 3 challenges to get the 3 keys, right? To unlock the Willy Wonka whatever bullshit.
Yep.
And the second challenge is that like he invents this like fictional game where you are injected into the role of Matthew Broderick in war games, and the way you win that game is you memorize and recite every line as it's said in the movie the way he said it. And like if you mess up, then like it's points off or something. Like literally just memorizing the lines is the test. Like one of the 3 big tests to prove you are worthy. And then they do it again for like another movie later on.
They do it in the end as well. He has to do Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It's like it's religious mantras, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you must know all 12 pillars of nerddom in order to get this cool girlfriend.
It definitely.
Right.
So reading this book made me super self-conscious about how I describe things because
Yeah.
being an insular nerd, I will sometimes relate things to other things that I've seen before. And now having put myself through a book and movie full of this shit, I am not doing that anymore. I really don't want to. I don't ever want to admit to ever having seen or read anything. I want to be a blank person that you just push into the ocean.
Can I want to give my history on this book.
Okay.
Go
So-
for it, please.
So the book came out in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of give some context there. And in 2011, I was probably at my loneliest because I was living in Taiwan and I don't speak Mandarin.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that'll
and
do
so
it.
I went to this like a bookstore, and usually internationally there's like an English book section you can find. And you know, I was like, hey, you know, I met someone who spoke English. And it's like, hey, what should I read here? It's like, oh, you should try Ready Player One. You like that stuff, right?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
savage.
And so
Oh.
I read it, and like, you know, it was the only real entertainment I had at the time. And so I was reading this, and I'm like, is this my stuff? Am I this? And I think I was at the time, right? In 2011, like I was fresh out of college. I was like, I think this might be my stuff, and I need to stop this, right? Because it's hollow at its core.
So the listener may think we're exaggerating about the book, but I want to play just a quick little clip of an audio recording of the book. Okay? Just one. Eric, you'll be able to hear it on my phone. Let's pull this up.
While I mentally berated myself. High scores. Number 1, Artemis, 129,000. Number 2, Parzival, 110,000. Number 3, H, 108,000. Number 4, Daito, 107,000. Number 5, Shoto, 106,000. Number 6, IOI, 655321, 105,000. Number 7, IOI, 643187,
One more.
105,000. Number 8, IOI, 621671, 105,000.
Okay,
Number
yeah,
9.
that is excessive.
IOI.
They do that multiple times in the book.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be fair though. If you're reading a book, you just glance past it. It's just like, all right,
Yeah, yeah,
scores
yeah.
next.
Sure, but
But-
I'm of the opinion that anything you put in a book, any prose you put in that book, is intentional and should be there and should not be skipped. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of books with a lot of extraneous bullshit. I'm losing my brain. That you could just brush over, but the story's better if you don't. Like, for example, I know this is like been a talked about book. Everybody's moved past it, but House of Leaves is one of these books that hides a bunch of stuff, and the extra stuff you could just skip. This is just listing.
Yeah, and like that was like a scoreboard. It might have been like formatted differently in the book, like as a table, but like it's not just that. Like one of the most famous segments of this book is in like chapter 6, where like listing his credentials to the reader, like how he's like there's the rich guy who was obsessed with 80s culture, so everyone else became obsessed with 80s culture, and I was the best. He says like Parzival's like, I was the best. I studied everything. And then it's just listing movies. Like there is a section where he's like, I watched War Games, Ghostbusters, Real Genius, Better Off Dead, Revenge of the Nerds. And it's like it's just a filmography
Yeah,
entry on Wikipedia.
It's a checklist at how cool Ernest Cline's taste is, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's going for.
Well,
because the plot stuff that they describe, when it's not just a fucking listicle of a 50-year-old's favorite movies when they were a kid, is he will say, to beat this challenge, I would have to be the best at adventure that anyone's ever been. I would have to be mindful of every trap. And that's exactly what I did. And that's the end of describing what happens.
Yeah.
He does that multiple times.
Yeah. And like, okay, you know how like Nerd Boys got really mad about like Rey being a Mary Sue or whatever in Star Wars? Like, that is what this dude does the entire book. And I am currently working on a video where I prove mathematically that is what this fucker does. Because I went through like all of the list of everything that he lists. He talks about watching all the holy trilogies, Lord of the Rings, every movie in the filmography of James Cameron, Terry Gilliam, Peter Jackson, etc. I have gone through, I have a massive spreadsheet right now where I have gone through and found the run times of all of these things. Like, he talks about reading all the books, watching every episode of every Star Trek, which is like months of time. But crucially, he also says that like he did this in 5 years. Like, no one was obsessed about 80s culture until Halliday announces this tournament, and that's when he started. And then no one found the key for 5 years. So he's claiming to have an entire childhood's of like entire person's childhood of experience with everything in 5 years. He literally can't watch this shit that fast.
He might have watched it at like 2 times speed. Because
exactly.
Because like he doesn't care about the content. Because like when you were listing out the directors, I'm like, I wonder if he watched Terry Gilliam's
Tideland.
Tidelands. I wonder if he watched Tidelands.
Oh, the movie where an adult man kisses a little girl.
Yeah, I wonder if he liked that one a lot. Does he have any opinion on Tidelands? No, of course not. Right.
Right. Yeah, and like
he's
and
talking
like
to Baron Munchausen.
That's exactly it, because like there's the difference between like I read the Wikipedia about this versus this story is meaningful to me, and like it is truly impossible for these stories to have been meaningful. If you're watching at 2x speed or just memorizing shit, or I watched it once, then like, okay, I watched Titan AE a couple of times in my life. Actually, probably like 4 or 5. I wouldn't say I'm the foremost expert on Titan AE, right? I wouldn't even call myself the foremost expert on Beast Wars, and I made a 2-hour video about that.
It's really good too. Highly recommend. And I think this book, a little bit the movie, the book sort of acts as it's a way that people who do this stuff can see what they do as useful and good, and eventually some billionaire will pick them for being the best fan.
Yeah, but like, why though, right? Like, they want to justify that they haven't wasted their, because we're all nerds here. This is a safe space.
Whoa. I'm a high T small ball Chad now, okay?
Mr. Smallballs, what is your time played in World of Warcraft?
Don't ask me that.
Like, because I think about that sometimes. I'm like, I might have wasted 3 to 4 years of my life. Like, I think my playtime is something like 5 months in playtime. And I'm like, I feel bad about that. I feel like I wasted my life. And if I did that with, like, say, watching, I don't know, all the Star Treks over and over and over again, at the end of it, I might think, was this worth it? What if I had a test to prove that it was worth it?
Right?
What if I got sucked into the digital realm?
And became a digital monster, yeah. You would be a Gabumon.
I don't tell me this.
I think it's that, like, proof to themselves that what they did is meaningful. But I think that also proves to anyone watching it is that they have no internal world or life, which is kind of sad to just ingest and mark off a checklist instead of internalizing what these movies are trying to teach you, or these shows, or these books, or these songs.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the range of stuff that he talks about. Like, it kind of looks to me like he just like looked at anyone that was a sci-fi writer or like popular shows in a particular genre. But like, even doing that, there's such a wide gulf. Like, this guy claims to be an expert in everything Star Trek, but also The Simpsons.
Right.
Like, he says, like, I knew Springfield better than my own hometown. Like, who even cares about knowing The Simpsons that much?
Other people who
Like,
know The Simpsons.
What?
Other people that know The Simpsons
Yeah.
care if you throw other. I think it's a community building thing, right? I think
Right.
that there's this idea of like because I want to talk about Parsifal's girlfriend a little bit.
Oh,
yes,
Artemis?
Artemis, and this whole idea of like I need to find my people, right? I need to find someone who has the exact same level of knowledge I have, so that way we can communicate on the same type of things, right?
Right.
And it shows this like fundamental misunderstanding of what it means to have interpersonal relationships. Like, oh, I'm only friends with Tyler because he knows the exact same things I know about The Simpsons.
Part of that's true. That's how our friendship started.
Yeah, but like it grew into other things.
grew into
didn't
other
it?
thing, yeah.
Didn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And
if
it
you
doesn't
didn't-
have to involve at all. My partner doesn't give a fuck about Beast Wars. Like they think it's ugly and weird. I'm like,
That's
yes,
healthy.
cool.
Yeah, that's healthy.
That is good
Yeah.
and healthy.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the plot of Ready Player One for those who are lucky enough to have not really experienced
Well, the
it?
great thing about Ready Player One is you can sum it up in like a sentence.
I think you can do it in 5. You were exaggerating that had no plot. There's a plot. You can do it in 5 sentences. Here we go.
So, yeah, most people in the world live in a virtual world called the Oasis.
1.
Our hero, Parsifal, is an egg hunter who is searching for a billionaire's Easter egg within this video game.
2.
The Easter egg will make him a quadrillionaire, and there's an evil company concurrently chasing it with him.
3.
That's it. That's the
No,
story.
there's an end. Give me the end.
Why would I give the end?
He wins.
He wins. There's 4. You got your 4th sentence. Sorry I couldn't make it to 5 with this basic bullshit plot.
Okay, well there is one critical element we forgot, and that's the extreme and blatant sexism. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
the sexism, the transphobia, the racism, like it's all there.
God.
This is one of the most transphobic books I've ever fucking read in my life, and it's
yeah.
only a few sentences,
Get into
but
it.
it is so harsh.
Get into it.
So at one point, our hero, Parsifal, is hitting on what he presumes is a woman named Artemis. And she's like, you don't know me. I could be a hairy guy named Charles. And so they start playing a game of questions. And he's like, he keeps asking her questions like, are you a real woman? Are you a real woman? And then he finally asks her something like, have you ever had sexual reassignment surgery and were you born a real woman?
Oh
And
my
it's like,
god.
like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. I turned it off after that and I had to go for a walk.
Oh my god.
Because
I
it
would
was
say
that
I'm so sorry you had to hear Will Wheaton read those words, but apparently I did too and blocked it out.
Yeah, it's healthier for your brain that you forgot it. But I'll keep
Yeah.
it in my brain forever as a warning to others because
my
I'm
God.
thoughtful. And so that's part of it. Another thing is his friend H, who he assumes is another nerd guy like him. When he eventually meets H in real life, H is an overweight black woman lesbian. And it's
That
very,
part is so crucial too. It's
it
so
is
funny.
so crucial. It is so
because,
crucial. Go ahead.
Like you would think he's like chasing after this woman, like he knows she's or he thinks she's a beautiful woman, but he doesn't really know. And there's another person that's like really close to him and has like an emotional connection and understands him, and they've had a lot of experiences together. And then you find out, oh, this person could technically be a like viable sexual romantic partner, but nope, lesbian. We just got to write that out real quick. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. Don't imagine what a real relationship would look like. Just it's a fat black lesbian, so you don't need to worry about it, nerds. Like
What
it's
is
so
it-
gross.
What is it called when there's like an interesting like problem in a narrative and then they completely veer away from it? What is that? I think cowardice is the word.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that would count. Yeah,
Does he know? Does he know that is a problem?
No.
Right?
Because
Like, it wasn't a choice. It wasn't like, oh no, I've written myself into a trap.
no, because
No.
Ernest Cline, as you pointed out to me earlier this week, fetishizes nerd women.
yep.
Do you
Yep.
want to get to that, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, do we want to just like listen to the poem a little bit?
Oh god.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just do it.
Please kill me. Listener, I am apologizing in advance because you are about to see unfiltered what these nerdy reference guys are like in their soul and what they're looking for.
And just a side note here is there's a lot of people like doing like mean interpretations of it or like doing mean dramatic readings of it, you know. And I just want like This is him doing it live.
Yep.
Before he was really
Like
famous.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna fuck it. He's gonna do it live. And this is like him in front of like an audience who doesn't really know who Ernest Cline is.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that there don't seem to be any porno movies that are made for guys like me. All the porn I've come across was targeted at beer-swilling, sports bar-dwelling alpha males, men who like their women stupid and submissive, men who can only get it up for monosyllabic cock-hungry nymphos with gargantuan breasts and a 3-word vocabulary. Adult films are populated with these collagen-injected, liposuction women, many of whom have resorted to surgery and self-mutilation in an attempt to look the way they have been told to
Dennis
look.
Miller.
These aren't real women, they're objects. And these movies aren't erotic.
Just some
they're
transphobia
pathetic.
there,
These
too.
vacuum-headed fuck bunnies don't turn me on, they disgust me, and it's not that I'm against pornography, I mean, I'm a guy, and guys need porn. Fact! Like
Not
a preacher
true.
needs pain, like a needle
No,
needs
it's
a
fact.
vein, guys need porn. But I don't want to watch this misogynist He-Man woman-hater porn. I want porno movies that are made with guys like me in mind. Guys who know that the sexiest thing in the world is
He
a
doesn't
woman
see himself
who
as a
is
He-Man
smarter
woman hater.
than you are. You can have the whole cheerleading squad. I want the girl in the tweed skirt and the horn-rimmed glasses. Betty Finnabowski, the valedictorian. Oh yes. First I want to copy her trig homework, and then I want to make mad, passionate love to her for hours and hours until she reluctantly asks if we can stop because she doesn't want to miss Battlestar Galactica.
Stop it, Nate.
I can't.
Even
Oh
in
my
his
God.
even his power fantasy poem here, he is not a good enough lover to distract a woman from wanting to watch Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Also, I'm sorry. I want to fixate on something here. He got an applause. I cannot believe he got applause for this shit. But he said, guys who know that the sexiest thing in the world is a woman who is smarter than you are. That is not the story he wrote.
Nope.
He sure as hell would never let Artemis win in that book. And that actually would have been a cool twist. I would be able to give this book like a little bit of props. Because like the whole time he's like set up as like the most specialist, goodest boy that will definitely win the contest. And I honestly cannot remember if this was in the book or the movie, but like Artemis at one point, at least in the movie, lectures him. He's like, there are real people that like will be affected by this. It's not just a game.
Yeah, that's in the book. Her whole thing is she wants to fix the problems in the world, like hunger.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when she asks him what he wants to do, he's like, I want to build a spaceship and fly with my best friends in space forever. And she's like, you realize that's naive and stupid, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is the book setting up that she's going to win to fix the material problems in this world where everybody's miserable outside of this video game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, like, she is set up to be like, hey, can you imagine something more than just, like, your own, like, instant gratification because you recognized a thing? Like, if she had been the one to finally get the egg, like, and, like, win the contest, that would have been interesting, and that would have backed up, like, the bullshit he said in that poem.
And
But, God, I don't think I'd ever heard him read it.
It also would have, like, had a character arc for the main character who's like, no, I learned I shouldn't be selfish with my money and I should use this to better the world. Because we don't get that.
Well, could you describe the character H for me? Like, I think it's important to establish who his ideal woman is, right? Like, because again, he is Parsifal, right? And so, what is H to him?
Like the
So,
person
are
or the avatar?
I mean, both, right? The character.
Also, sorry, just to clarify, are you talking about H, the best friend, or Artemis?
Oh,
the
sorry,
love
I'm mixing
interest?
up the two.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
You understand? What's her name?
Artemis.
Artemis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Samantha Mason.
That's right.
Yeah,
lives in
it's so
Canada.
fun- I can remember so little about what she was like in the book, but like it was just she's cool and she knows nerd things.
Yeah, she's actually pretty. She just has a birthmark on her face.
Oh God, that.
Like, she looks just like the Avatar, but she's got this horrendous birthmark that I don't even care about. And isn't it so cool that I don't care about it?
Oh,
that's-
okay. So that one, oh man, that one pissed me off too because like, okay, she like explicitly tells him multiple times, like, you don't actually know what I look like. I could be a 300-pound man, and like, I don't want to show you what I look like. And then he is like, what was it? He was like breaking into a facility to get get the files.
Yeah.
And while he's in there, he's like, maybe I'll just peek at her file where there's a picture of her. And he finds it, and he sees the birthmark on her face that she's clearly self-conscious about.
Yep.
And he's like,
And-
I have an in.
Yeah. And he messages her and says, by the way, I think you're beautiful. which is so insanely gross and invasive.
Yeah. It's like at every turn he violates her trust because she at one point she's like, hey, I don't think we should talk anymore. And all he does is email her. And it's like, you can see like what a pathetic weirdo Ernest Cline is because he just doesn't understand how his main character would be in the wrong and how, and I will say this about the book, in that they give the Artemis character just a little more agency than they do in the movie.
Well, in the movie, there is that sequence where, like, you know, she says, or when he says, like, I love you, and she's like, you don't know me, and she gets, like, you know, visibly pissed about it.
That's good. That's cool. Yeah.
That's good.
Right. And, like, I think even the movie points out how weird that is. Right. But then when they meet in person, he does the, like, nerd suave shit where, like, I'm going to touch your chin. We just met.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's better ways to touch chins. He's not doing it right.
Yeah.
Right. I
And
mean,
also, like, so you've read the book more recently than I have. Was him, like, when he was, like, messaging her when she said not to, was that around the same time that he got the Sexbot?
Yes.
You got a sex
Yeah.
bot?
So
yeah.
I'm glad we got to the sex bot because there's only a paragraph where he talks about his family dying. There's 2 pages about how he tried every sex toy known to man, and even the hyper-realistic ones that were just like women, but he still preferred using his hand to masturbate.
It's very important we get that info.
Yeah, and then he uses a Wii Fit to become fucking ripped, because he is noted to be an overweight, ugly fella.
There's a fascinating book here. It's not like the one he written, but like...
Oh, yeah, it bumps up against some true cultural critique pretty closely and then just doesn't see it and then says, hey, isn't playing a video game instead of fixing your life cool?
Yeah, and I want to point out something, too, about like the chronological timeline of when the book was written. What popular show do you think came online at 2009?
Lost?
Was that Lost? Yeah.
Heroes.
No. 2009. Think about where you were in 2009, what everyone was talking about.
I was talking about Lost.
What if I said the word bazinga?
Bazinga.
Oh, God. Oh,
Right.
God, you're
So
right.
2009 is when Big Bang Theory came on. And that's when it became this like whole like not necessarily isn't it cool to be a nerd, but like aren't nerds kind of powerful? Right? Like aren't they like these kind of unknowable mystic beings?
Can we put Chuck Lorre on the list of things we need to cover on hate speech?
100%.
He's got to go.
Right. And so I think he saw this and he saw like they're not quite getting it right. Let me fix it.
Right.
And this like it's this whole fetishization of what it means to be a nerd.
Yeah.
Like at a certain, I mean, whatever. Would you call yourself a nerd now, Tyler? Or
I'd say I have nerd tendencies, yes, but it's hard to self-identify that now.
Yeah, there's like a difference between like being a nerd as in like a descriptor and like the capital N nerd culture that was like popular in the 2010s.
Yeah,
like that. Just like I feel like that like tracked almost perfectly to the rise and fall of Joss Whedon's career.
Yes,
like. That timeline, nerd meant something different, and like you're right. Like Ernest Cline was trying to like redefine that away from the Big Bang Theory stuff, where it's like you guys are dorks, but I guess you're kind of lovable in your own way.
And Ernest
like,
Cline was
no,
saying,
we're powerful and cool.
And if you do it right, his way, you will be noticed and be made a god for it, because what you like is the best that's ever been. Nothing will ever be better than that.
But also, okay. Sorry, I need to fixate on this because like his idea of what will make you powerful is so weird and gross. Like the segment with the Sexbot. I'm going back to the Sexbot.
Yeah.
He like talks about like he got the Sexbot, didn't like it, and threw it away and went back to masturbating. But then, okay, God, how do I explain this? In the fiction of the universe, there's like Halliday had this tome of notes, Anorak's Almanac, that they referred to like find all the stuff he cared about.
1,000 pages that he cataloged every movie he watched, how many times, everything.
Exactly, and all his thoughts and blogs, and they cite it, no joke, like a Bible verse. In that same chapter with the Sexbot, he quotes AA chapter 241 verse 87. I'm not making that up. And then he talks about how, like, he's quoting, like, Halliday, supposedly, about how masturbation is the most important tool mankind ever developed because, you know, nerds aren't very good at getting laid. But if they couldn't get off, then they would never be able to do science and invent the wheel. And he talks about Marie
So that explains
Curie.
that scene in Revenge of the Nerds, right?
Basically, yeah. He like literally just he talks about Marie Curie. Like she said, she wouldn't be able to discover radium if she didn't first discover the little man in the canoe, which, by the way, she fucking knows. She doesn't need that metaphor to find it. She's not you.
Should not have access to a time machine.
That was Ernest Cline letting all the nerd ladies know that he can pleasure them, kind of.
Right? But, like, he's got this platform to be like, this is what actually makes nerds cool, and this is like what makes us great. And he still defaults to, we can't get laid, but we can masturbate and do science.
Well, it's fascinating that, like, because he references a lot of things, like they're religious, right? And I'd pivot that more towards cultural, right? Like this idea of that there's no, like, he doesn't have any sort of familiar ties, as demonstrated for when his parents blew up.
Yep.
Or like aunts, I guess.
Yeah, he totally stole Harry Potter. It was the abusive aunt.
Yeah, he didn't care about them being blown up. There's no thoughts there, right? Instead, the important culture that he's trying to establish is nerd culture, right? Like, you know, that we have no stories that we tell down except for Battletoads, apparently.
Right.
You know? but like I think it being a Bible is pretty like apt, right? Because he wants to have a greater meaning in his life, Parzival.
Yes.
Right, and like, but it's lacking the clan, right? Like, I think that's the moral of this book, right? Is one of the morals is that you need to establish who your clan is.
Yeah, you should have 3 to 5 close friends. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything more, you're an evil corporation.
And they
And
should be
really,
tested.
any more than the 3 are disposable.
Yeah, there is that as well.
And I don't know, like
They should be of varying races, even if you don't know it. They should be multicultural, all the same age, though.
but it doesn't matter though because they're all nerds. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that matters. Yeah.
the one unifying language for these people. And listening to this audiobook had me thinking about, was I this guy?
Were you this guy?
Probably. I wasn't.
Let me ask you. I think we can all there's a simple test to determine if we were this guy. Did you quote more than 5 lines of Monty Python at a social event without stopping?
No.
That changes. I think that like I didn't quote Monty Python, but like I did that to The Simpsons, I think.
Yeah.
Right,
And,
like,
I will admit I have, but you grow out of it.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
It's thing that children do, right?
Yeah.
Like you feel like when you're reading this book that you're reading something that was written by like an 8th grader,
Yeah.
right? Where they're talking about the things that they really like in a completely unbroken sentence for like however many pages this book is, right? It's just a list of things they like.
Yeah.
And that's what you get out of an 8th grader when you want them to tell you a story.
And it is truly shocking that there is no mention of how Parzival feels, what he's thinking. Like, there is a complete lack of emotion in this, save him being like, I deserve to have sex with Artemis.
Well, like, doesn't he explain it through references?
Yes, he does.
Right, so like that's kind of the language. It's that Star Wars episode. I'm gonna do it. It's that Star Wars episode where they talk in cultural references.
You mean Star Trek?
I said Star Trek.
You said Star Wars.
So, oh, look what you're doing now. Huh?
I'm the alpha nerd here. Sorry.
Go see a Star Wars.
So you memorized the most?
Yeah, the Yamok Anthrock.
Yeah.
That whole thing, right?
Darmok, we're going to say. Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
It's fun.
They seem to communicate through narrative imagery, a reference to the individuals and places which appear in their mytho-historical accounts.
It's as if I were to say to you, Juliet on her balcony. An image of romance. Exactly. For instance, we know that Darmok was a great hero, a hunter, and that Tanagra was an island. But that's it. Without the details, there's no understanding.
It is necessary for us to learn the narrative from which the Tamarians draw their imagery.
But like, I can see that as being like, oh, this is how certain nerds talk to each other, right? And convey maybe like uncomfortable emotions through just kind of references.
And to an extent, it happens now with what I would call normal people. Because the normal people I work with are quoting Instagram reels to each other. And I have no fucking clue what's going on. I still don't really understand Listen, Linda, but they all say it. and I still have a problem with it. And they will send me these reels with the expectation that I watch them. So I've learned to appear socially adept to give a heart reaction to the reel without watching it. So they think I watched it, because when I watch these things, it hurts my brain.
Yeah, and
but that's just me.
I think that like I'm pretty damn autistic, but like I've also spent a lot of time with like non-autistic people and learned to speak their language.
Yes, yeah,
and,
we
like,
have to.
I think there's like to some extent like an understanding among some people, like, you know, shorthand references, or like you know, God has a plan doesn't literally mean, hey, God decided you should have a terrible thing happen to you, but it's okay, because like it just means, hey, maybe things will work out. It's conveying an emotional truth without conveying a literal truth. But like the thing that strikes me about Ready Player One, both in the book and the movie, is how much that like surface level referential, like what's the word? The phatic expression of those words becomes the only meaning. Yeah. Like the, I don't know, quoting Monty Python isn't saying, like, communicating anything about the ideas from the Monty Python movies or any like humor of your own. It's saying, hey, here is a joke. Now laugh. I would like you to laugh, so here is a joke. And that's it. There's not like anything deeper behind it.
The Shining, and then everyone laughs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I want to talk about Spielberg a little bit.
Oh, we're gonna.
I think
we want to move into the movie now.
Well, I mean,
we'll jump back and forth.
Yeah,
I
like,
imagine.
we've been towing the movie for a while, and Spielberg's fascinating. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw like I can't hate Spielberg.
Let me read to you a quote. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg is a genius. Let's beat the game.
What?
Kanye West, 2018.
Okay.
So our boy Kanye really loved Ready Player One, to the point he said, "My friend Anthony Schiller pointed out that I didn't mention Ernest Cline when I tweeted about Ready Player One. Ernest, I'd like to meet you." So
oh my God.
in 2018, after 3 years of pre-production in working, Steven Spielberg released his movie, the adaptation of this book, called Ready Player One, starring Ty Sheridan, Lena Waithe, and Artemis. I can't remember the actress's name. She's in House of the Dragon.
Yep.
I didn't come with notes, okay?
The only person I recognized was Ogden Wormstrom. I forget the name.
Ogden Morrow.
Ogden Morrow.
Yeah, Simon
Wasn't
Pegg.
that
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, Simon Pegg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only person I recognized in this movie.
So I want to say the good parts of what I liked about the movie first, if we can do that.
Be positive.
I figure we go in a circle, we talk about the good things.
Sure.
I liked that the movie focused more on the regret of the characters. Like, in the movie, the biggest mistake that Halliday made was cutting his best friend out of his life because the best friend married the girl he kind of had a crush on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, as they're going through this, we're getting these, because in the book it's the journal, the Anorak's Almanac, but in the movie it's little video vignettes of these actors interacting with each other in a real space, which is what I like about movies.
That's a really cool way to adapt that too.
Yeah, and it's great, and it's like you get to see the regret and like the restrained emotion on these guys' faces, and it leans more into that, where it's kind of sad rather than just a list of movie references. I really like that. Because there is some semblance of feeling and emotion and a narrative theme running through the movie, where it's kind of running concurrently with the plot of Ready Player One, where it's like, are you sure you should just be playing this? Like, isn't there something more important than what you're doing in this video game? And they kind of lean into that way more than the book did. That's what I like about the movie.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think one of the challenges, like, they're actually like tied to the challenges that you have to complete. Like, one, I think it's the second challenge, is they had to like learn about his regret about not asking the girl to dance or whatever, which is a little tropey, but like at least that's something,
right?
Like there was like they made up a
it's a Howard
one
Hughes
of the
thing, right? Like,
yeah,
exactly. From Howard Hughes.
Yeah,
I mean John Hughes, not Howard Hughes.
The
Spruce Moose.
I'm gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna keep on doing it. Correct me every time, nerd.
Yeah. But like,
You did
that's
not do
actually
that on
cool.
I mean, it might be hard to use.
Yeah. I agree with Eric. Like, that is a really like clever way to adapt it, and it actually has emotional resonance.
Yeah. And also, I think so. I rewatched the movie recently, and I think it's uncanny how much of this movie isn't in the book. Like,
Right.
every one of the challenges is changed, all of the clues are changed. Like, a couple of the story beats, like blowing up the stacks or like meeting up with the Artemis in real life, those are there. They took out the Sexbot, which I was disappointed in.
Yeah,
I wanted to see Steven Spielberg try to adapt the Sexbot.
Yeah, Spielberg released the Sexbot cut. Gamers rise up. We want the Sexbot.
Just reuse the assets from AI. I know you can do it, okay?
Yeah, so that's the thing. Spielberg cannot stop shitting on Stanley Kubrick. Like, he made AI, and then he puts The Shining in this movie.
Oh man, that one upset me because like I want to be madder at it, and like I am mad, but like it was on a visual level and like a VFX level, they were immaculate in recreating the hotel from The Shining.
Yeah.
But then they had the blood like flow out of the elevator and then turn into like a theme park ride.
Yeah, it's all Universal Studios, right? Like,
Yeah.
I would go on that ride. Sure, let's go on The Shining.
I would go in the Shining blood ride for sure.
But
And then it didn't really have anything to do with like the challenge. It was just go to the ballroom where like haunted mansion ghosts are dancing.
Yeah, but he's a pro. Like he knew that like there was a bit of a drag here. We need to wake the audience up.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird because like in the book, the alternative is sit for 30 minutes and watch a character quote war games.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of got the intonation wrong, so I was docked 100 points. That happens in the book. He's like, I didn't remember every word. I was docked 500 points.
It does. And it's so like it's so weird how like I can be mad at the movie for like that's a weird choice, but also damn, that's like leagues better than what's in the book.
Yeah, at least the movie inspired me like, oh, I would buy the fast pass to get sucked off by the guy in the dog costume.
I mean, you could read it as almost like a horror story though, right? Like you were off by this little bit and now you might die in the stacks.
Yes, a much better, more interesting writer could have like made an incredible book out of this. Ernest Cline is not that guy. He just wants a nerd girl who has not been touched by surgery and who was born a woman to come suck him off before Battlestar Galactica.
I want to compliment Spielberg.
So like it's so funny too because like they have so many opportunities to both the book and the movie, I want to say, have so many opportunities to highlight like the difference between knowing the thing and understanding the thing. And there's a video on YouTube from a guy named Nando V Movies that talks about Ready Player One, and it's brilliant because in the movie, they didn't do this in the book, but in the movie they bring in the Iron Giant to fight. And that already pisses me off because like his whole thing in the movie is that he's not a gun. He doesn't want to do violence. But the guy Nando in the video suggested like, hey, what if you have the villain pull out the Iron Giant because he looks cool and like he's got guns, so like whatever. But the heroes go, oh yeah, I remember. Whenever his head is dented in the movie, that's when his programming is faulty. But he doesn't actually, or like he doesn't actually want to be a gun. So if we dent his head, his good side will come out because he doesn't want to fight. That would have been a cool story. But instead, in the movie, like the most they challenge him on is that like he gets the name of the high school from a John Hughes movie wrong or something.
Yeah.
Like,
so do you know why Steven Spielberg put the Iron Giant in the movie?
I would love to hear.
He has been very open about this, and the reason is he's a big fan of Brad Bird and wanted to pay homage to one of Brad Bird's best movie by completely misinterpreting the main idea from that movie.
You know,
right?
But I can't be mad at that though because I think in the end all of these references are hollow, so it's fine. We're just here to remember good things.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like if it was just hollow references, I don't think I would hate this as much as I do. Like I have like a whole rant about the Iron Giant, and also he does the like Terminator thumbs up when he dies.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, that's
evil, evil and stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid, but like I could get past that. Like on the whole, the whole movie and the whole book, I could get past that if like it was just hollow. But it's not just hollow. It is deifying memorization and rote knowledge at the expense of understanding. Like
Yeah,
not
this-
just like ignoring it, but like explicitly disliking understanding a story.
Like, there's a modern example in Fortnite. Right? I mean, no, but really though, really, like, you know, you can have like Hank Hill fight Hatsune Miku, and that could be a thing. And
Yeah.
like, you're not respecting the character of Hank Hill. Hank Hill's a good dad. He would never beat Hatsune Miku with a gun. It's like, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like, we're not here for accuracy or even rote memorization or deification. It's just I want to play with my action figures, and I think that's
Right.
okay. I think it's okay to yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like I don't care about like I don't know Rick and Hatsune Miku in Fortnite fighting each other. I don't care about Thanos in Fortnite because I know like that's just a toy box. But the book
is a
and
story.
the movie,
Yeah, this is like the point is that they watch these movies, they care about these movies, these shows. It is their life.
right? Like
And
the
in the
through
end, they
line
get-
through both the book and the movie is that being a big nerd and passionately caring about these fictional stories is a virtue and it should lead to a triumphant and happy ending. But the way they get there is not by understanding anything.
And
It's by
Well, and-
reciting things.
Here's my like the thing that made me the most angry in this entire experience, both book and movie, is the Easter egg itself.
Yeah.
Right. The whole end with adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which I think is consistent between both book
It
and
is,
movie.
yeah.
Right? Is adventure
Mm-hmm.
because I know that story. I'm a video game nerd. I was aware of the adventure thing well before Ernest Cline was doing what he was doing.
Mhm.
Right. And it made me angry because it wasn't like he was trying to hide a cool secret in a video game. Not at all. He wanted to be able to show that he made this. Because
Yep.
back then in Atari days, they didn't allow like credits for video games because they were toys. It didn't
Right.
matter.
Yeah.
Right. And he wanted to put his mark on something and say like, this is something I do with my life.
I didn't get any public credit. I wasn't going to get any royalty. So they were completely screwing all of the game designers. Well, I was pissed. Worked on it till I thought it was ready and then handed it in. I didn't tell them that there was a little secret. I called it my signature. I didn't call it an Easter egg. They had the power to keep my name off the box, but I had the power to put my name on the screen.
And it got turned into fun secret, right? That everyone had to see. And it's like, it became a factoid. And the
Yeah.
one thing that what Warren Robinette didn't want to have happen has happened, which is people aren't looking at adventure. They're looking at the factoid. He's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Like,
he is as a person has disappeared.
I have a visual image of like that Easter egg, and until you said it, I couldn't remember the guy's name. Like I'm part of the problem here, and like it's just it.
Did I get that right?
now that you're saying it, I think I can't recall a time in the book or the movie where any of the characters talked about like the people behind the stuff they made. Like we could talk for hours about like Tolkien's ideas about war and industrialization, like what Saruman scouring Fangorn Forest meant in terms of like a parallel to industrialization destroying the natural beauty of the earth or whatever. But that's not as important as one does not simply walk into Mordor. Like it's God, there's just like nothing
it's
about
not the rings of power.
It's like
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this movie and Spielberg himself kind of caused this problem where it's not engaging with the art. It's the consumption is what matters. It's not understanding the thing, finding the deeper meanings, discussing with someone about that. It's I saw this thing.
It's a fanboyism, right? It's like
Yep.
even if they saw problems within the material that they love, they will never acknowledge it, right? It's like this has to be perfect because it's my childhood, right?
Right.
And if you
It's
change it at all, you're graping my childhood.
Yeah.
Which Spielberg did.
Can we like trace the lineage of this book to the people who got pissed off at The Last Jedi for it not being exactly what I wanted Luke to, like I feel like there's
we had this
through
exact
line.
conversation.
So I was going to say that this book and by extension movie, well, not the movie because the movie is after, but the book led directly to that because another thing that was happening around the time this book came out, a little thing called Gamergate, where the gamers were rising up for ethics in game journalism, where you had to prove you were a certain way of being a nerd to be the true nerd. You couldn't be a woman.
Well, and
Right.
you know, this goes into this idea of threat, right? Is that Ernest Cline is doubling down on nerds are important, they're brave, they're smart, and should be respected because he saw his culture under threat.
Yep.
Right? Of like there's so many people in here now. Like women and black lesbians, and we can't have that.
Yeah. And like there's like this idea of like my culture's under threat, but like you don't even understand your culture. Like you just know we both like this thing, but like there's not actually, sorry, this is a bit of a tangent, but it is one of the dumbest things I hate about this book. There in chapter 2, he undermines his entire premise because he says like if IOI takes over the Oasis, they're gonna turn it into a corporate run dystopia and it won't be open source anymore. And
I'm gonna force the Oasis.
Right. He describes it as like an open source virtual utopia. And like I'm like, that word has been stuck in my brain since I read this book. Because that doesn't mean anything to him. Yep. Because if it did, and you say the Oasis is open source, no one's looking for the fucking Easter egg in the game. They're on GitHub. They are scouring the code to find this thing.
He has executive brain, right? Like, you know, where he knows the words and he knows that those words are important, but he doesn't know what they mean.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
He knew nerds like open source, so you say it's open source. It's just a flag. It is an allegiance. It doesn't mean anything.
It's weird that all this crap he wrote means nothing.
No, but it, so here's the reason why I think it's culturally significant, because I think it does mean something, right? I think it is this idea of reinforcement of I don't know exactly how to express it, but like it's people who see these references might not know the source material, but they get excited when they see the reference, right? People who have not played Battletoads for the NES will say, "There's a Battletoad," and be excited about that, right? Like it's the Skinner boxization of media.
Yeah,
and the way, and Spielberg is responsible for this, so it's really interesting that he made Ready Player One.
He's a fanboy. He loves movies in the same way I think Ernest Cline loves this.
Well, he's like. Yeah. His whole career, let me read you a Spielberg quote real quick because I had it pulled up. Every single year, I have a really great editor in our office, and he cuts together the whole year in the life of my family with all of my children and grandchildren. We have little screenings of what's called the annual family video. I basically live in nostalgia. That might be the main reason I reacted and responded so positively to Ernie's book and Zach's script. I'm living that way most of my life. So here's a man, whether you want to call him good, great, or bad filmmaker, he revolutionized what the Hollywood blockbuster is. He has redefined it every single time he has made a big movie. There are still references to Minority Report in every fucking sci-fi movie you will see. Those finger screens are his.
You can't escape from it.
Jurassic Park changed filmmaking permanently. I hate to hand it to him, but this from Spielberg, this movie that is nothing but pure empty nostalgia and weightless hero's journey gobbledygook is, one, a bad movie, and two, I think harmful to the medium itself because it reinforces, hey, you should only look back with kindness. And if you look back, if you're always looking back, that's when you're happy. You can feel that again. It will always be there for you. Don't focus on the outside world, which is harmful and bad, like in the book and in the real world. You just focus on before, because before was better, before will always be better, and you can always get back to before.
Yeah, and I think that Spielberg is a little tough for me because I will admit I don't think he's not a bad filmmaker. You could never argue that he's just bad at making films. Right. But he understands something about the emotionality of characters in stories that Ernest Cline doesn't. And so he's bringing in he does resonate with nostalgia, and I think that makes sense for a guy who's been making movies as long as he has.
Right.
His whole life, as a person, is staring at what happened 3 months ago, on set. He's always just gonna perpetually live in the past. So it's understandable he's susceptible to that. And if he romanticizes that a bit, that, I don't love it. I don't think that like the fixation on nostalgia is great, but at least it's not his only thing. For Ernest Cline, it's his only thing.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can have a
that's-
healthy relationship with nostalgia, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think he does. He has a healthy relationship with it because think about Indiana Jones, right? He's like looking back at old serials.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I will make a character, Indiana Jones. It's probably derivative from some character back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he adapts it. He makes it his own. And that sense of taking something from the past and pushing it to the future, to the present, is transformative.
Sure.
Right? That's
Yeah.
really what
Yeah.
I'm going for.
Yeah.
There's a transformation that occurs because it went through his brain. Whereas with this, there's no transformation of characters, right? When you bring in Goro for Mortal Kombat, right? Like they're not like saying, boy, Goro, what are you like? Goro's character isn't really here, is he?
No.
But like, and I want to say something cursed. I think that Wreck-It Ralph did a better job of that, right? 'Cause,
I
Wreck-It Ralph
agree with you.
brought in all these, video game villains, and like, hey, villains, how you feel? I don't want to be there's something,
Yeah.
there was
Right.
a goof there. At least it
Yeah.
but it brought
They even
context
have like
forward.
that idea of like these like nostalgic games that don't get played anymore. Like, how do they feel? They're getting left behind. Like, let's have a conversation about an actually complex emotional question.
Right. Gavin from the previous episode, we have this a Gen Z friend named Gavin, and I'm like, Gavin, I want you to play Resident Evil 1 for the PS1. I want you to try this because I think you might like it. He did not.
Yeah.
And it's this idea of like, oh yeah, shit. The past doesn't come along with the next generation, does it?
No,
Yeah.
and I seem to recall this blockbuster movie, really popular, got a lot of hate, and I think the thesis of that movie was, let the past die, kill it if you have to, I believe is the direct quote from that, which I thought was a really great message in that movie, which I find to be an actual good and occasionally great movie. Whereas Ready Player One, like nostalgia is like cocaine. A little bit is great. But if you have it every day, too much every day, it kind of ruins your life. And this was Spielberg on a nostalgia cocaine bender because this movie, apart from a few scenes, is weightless, and it only succeeds because Spielberg passively is a good filmmaker who understands emotion, camera movement, technicality, stuff like that.
He can't turn it off.
But the nostalgia part of this movie, if it had none of that, it would be an interesting movie because Spielberg, whether the film nerds like it or not, when he makes a new blockbuster, it sort of changes the form, the machine of a blockbuster. But this one did not, because it was just mainlining that nostalgia, which I think is what makes the book and the movie so harmful, because it's just handing the audience a I recognize that reference award. You get it. You're the best nerd. number one, go about your life. You're better. Crush women or whatever he believes.
That's the thing too, is like it. I wish it was only just recognize this thing, because like at least honest to God, if the only thing I could say about Ready Player One is that it's a bunch of, hey, look at this thing you recognize, I don't think I would have come on this podcast to talk about it.
Right.
But that's not the only message. That's the like sign on the door. When you go inside, it's, by the way, aren't we really great for masturbating? And aren't women prizes for us?
Yeah,
and fat black lesbians gross and we don't have to think about them?
He, despite his best efforts, he did tell a story. It's just not the one I think he did.
He didn't know he was telling that story. And Spielberg, to his credit, cleans up a lot of the narrative, makes it move a little bit faster. But he makes it more sexist by removing Artist's agency by making her boil down to a damsel in distress, which does not happen in the book.
And there's this really awkward scene that happens in the movie because I think that there was this responsibility to the book, where like, oh, we're about to see H for the first time. We haven't Parsifal has not seen H for the first time. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, sorry, Artemis. Say H for the first time, and she's like, H? It's like not what you expected, huh? And like, I'm like, what did you expect?
Was H's whole identity a punchline?
Yeah, the only distinguishing thing here is like, oh, I guess she's black.
Yeah, right. What do you mean not what you're expecting? Like, H
she's
is
apologizing for that. Like, what is she apologizing for?
Also, Artemis was the one saying, "You don't know what I look like."
Right.
No expectation.
Hey, Artie. Yeah, I know. Not what you were expecting, huh?
Yeah.
It was so awkward, and it's just like, the book
Also,
was
I'm
leaking
sorry,
in.
the voice changing on H in the movie. This is the one thing the book like gets better, does better purely because of the medium it's in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't hear H in the book,
Yeah,
or if you do, it's just Will Wheaton's voice.
And in the movie, you can hear Lena Waithe. You know her voice. She is not hiding it, which is great.
I'm a big guy. Yep, that's what's going on. It's such a weird modulation too. Like it doesn't even sound like a normal voice. It sounds like a person modifying their voice, like ransoming somebody.
I'm also going to say two more words that another point to why this movie is bad and evil.
Okay.
And we don't have to extrapolate on them at all, but I just feel like I have to say T.J. Miller.
Whereas my plan, which was cool because I rock, actually worked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's everywhere. He's the snowman, right?
Snowman?
Yeah, in Frozen.
He's in Frozen? I've never seen Frozen.
he was everywhere.
Why have you seen Frozen?
Wait, did you say T.J. Miller's in Frozen?
Wait, no. Oh, wait.
You're thinking of Josh Gad.
Yeah.
Stop making me correct you. I haven't even seen Frozen.
I think you need to apologize to Josh Gad.
He was just everywhere at the time. You couldn't turn on a movie at the period and not see a TJ.
I do see what you're talking. Like I see the similar vibes. I do understand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say two triggering phrase. Well, okay, one sentence that's gonna be start this whole thing.
Oh, here we go.
He should have pressed the button.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
So Nate and I were having this discussion before we started. The movie and the book sets up that there's this kill the Oasis button. And we both thought, wouldn't it be interesting if he just killed the Oasis at the end?
They
where the
put
people,
that gun on the wall.
Yes.
Where they were forced to fix the problems of their world, form meaningful relationships. Boy, wouldn't that be a wonderful end of the movie. But no, we're going to give you 2 days off where you get to go fuck your trophy. And then back to the Oasis.
Mandatory 2 days, by the way, which is like that one, that pisses me off so much because like it sounds like it's a cool compromise. Everyone gets a middle ground. Like we can kill the Oasis, but only 2 days a week.
Wow,
but like you've established a world.
Yeah.
You've established a world where the Oasis is like central to the economy. You've established that like people communicate with their families through this. Like you just
central to the psyche of people, right? Because we are living in a apocalyptic world. Where everyone is just like stuck together in like hamster crates, stacked one on top of the other, and we need some form of escape. That's why the Oasis is important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Is that there's
like,
no other
I will
option.
say, you could not write like I hope you couldn't write that plot point after the pandemic because like everyone got a taste of like what if you're stuck indoors.
Right.
And like but my first thought when he's like shut it down for 2 days, like what if your grandma is like sick in the hospital across the country and you're like in the Oasis like holding her virtual hand as it approaches midnight and she's getting close to dying and then boom, servers down because you need to go outside, you idiot. Quit playing your video games.
And speaking from personal experience, to bring back something Nate lampooned me for earlier, when the servers were down in WoW, I was losing my fucking mind. That was the angriest I had been. It's like, get the game back up. These people wouldn't adapt.
Right. Like, what if you're trapped in the hospital? It's like, okay, I have to stare at the ceiling all day today.
Yeah, because if you have this thing that you can go into that solves all your depression, all your life's problems, you can go back to it eventually, you're just going to keep going back to it. But if you kill it forever, you force the people to grow out of it.
Tyler, as the book expert,
no.
Did the book?
If I have to take the Baldo expert thing, you have to take this.
It's yours now.
All right, I accept this.
Did the book like present the premise that the Oasis was bad if you lived in it? If you were staying in the Oasis forever, was it a bad thing?
No.
Okay, so that's a movie interpretation.
Well,
yes.
Okay. I would like to add the taking 2 days off from it was in the book too. But like it was never framed as like the Oasis is bad.
Right.
It was framed as outside is good. Like they would maybe pay like a little bit of lip service to like, oh man, people can get a little too addicted to it, but they could never say it's bad.
Yeah, but we should still have it always. We should still always have it available to us at some point.
Right, but like that's how bad of a writer he is that like in universe makes no fucking sense. But in the real world, the thing that he's trying to say he's going to shoehorn in, which is go touch grass.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yes, touch grass,
Yeah.
please. That's a good idea to touch grass, right? But like,
Well,
it's not
the
in his
same-
world that he's built.
It's the same kind of muddled shit as with the sex robot, because like the sex robot, sorry to keep going back to it, but like he pulls this idea in to like he talks for multiple paragraphs about how dirty and gross he felt having sex with an object that wasn't a person.
I'd have sex with sex robot.
Yeah.
Right.
Ravenscraft,
But then,
honestly, ask yourself, you have a sex robot. What are you doing?
It's just a sex toy. People
Yeah.
use sex toys all the time.
No, it makes me feel too gross. I couldn't do that.
That is an exclusively male opinion, by the way. There is no way someone like a person who uses a vibrator is going, "Oh, this isn't a person, so I'm gross and lonely for using it." It's like, no, you just need something to vibrate your genitals.
Yeah.
Whatever. But he goes on this rant about how like it's empty to have sex with a sex robot.
He's moralizing it.
Right. But then the conclusion is, so I should masturbate with my VR headset instead? Like, I should just use my hand? Like, what's the message here? Like, it doesn't lead to I should connect with a person. It's I should just connect with my hand.
Yeah.
Like,
Touch pubes is what he's advocating for.
So, I mean, I think at the heart of it, he is just a confused nerd that hasn't solved the problems that he is presenting.
Sure, and that's fine, but when you take your confused, often hateful, even unknowingly so opinions and force them to be a part of the culture, that's when you're doing bad.
And he represents who is in control of media right now. I was thinking about like modern Star Trek. If you think about modern Star Trek, where like they don't see that Star Trek was really about a bunch of people gathering around a boardroom talking about a problem.
Right.
What he saw was that aren't phasers cool? Aren't teleporters cool? Aren't tricorders cool? Let's just shove that in together and make a story, and that's how you get like a Picard or something.
Yeah.
Right? And like he is the template for like what these companies like Paramount see nerd culture as. Right. They always see surface level.
This fundamental belief underneath this kind of thing that says you shouldn't challenge your viewer, your reader. Like, there is so much fertile ground to talk about nerds who get obsessed with their favorite thing. They spend too much time playing video games instead of kissing girls or whatever. Like, that's overly simplistic, but like you could talk about a substantial thing there. But not to bring back The Last Jedi again, but like The Last Jedi had a sense of like, hey guys, like this is why you have a problem. Like you're 40 years old and you're mad at a Star Wars movie because a guy threw a lightsaber away. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you should kill the past and like let it go. But that is challenging your viewers to second guess their own beliefs, to have like a thought within themselves, am I the problem? And fundamentally, I think Ready Player One, the book, and by extension the movie, says absolutely not. We will tell our nerd boy fans all the cool stuff they like, but as soon as we get close to challenging any actual beliefs that might improve their lives, we gotta back the fuck off. Cannot do that under any circumstances.
And there's this glaring hole in both the movie and the book, which is what's the new thing that they've made.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sex doll.
Well, no, it's not a hole. It's a divot.
I think it was called the glaring hole, yeah.
Sorry, to continue.
But like, so the glaring hole in all this is that like, what's the new things that they've made in the Oasis, right? Like, what's the new video game? What's the new movie?
Oh yeah,
like,
no, there's no such thing as culture past 2011.
Right?
Not referenced at all.
It freezes, and that to me is scary, right? It's this idea that we're never going to make anything new, because that's the current reality that I look at. I mean, like whatever, people are going to make new stuff all the time. We'll find it. Life finds a way, to quote Spielberg. but like, money is important too to funding these projects to get more ambitious things and to become like a popular culture, right? And popular culture is Frozen. Popular culture is Ready Player One.
Yeah.
In that, like, it's just going to be reference upon reference upon reference until it's a copy of a copy of a copy, and it's all just blurred. And that's, I think, why everyone hates Ready Player One because it is kind of scary.
Not everybody hates Ready. Lots of people love Ready Player One, the book and the movie.
It's why I hate Ready Player One, because to me it's symptomatic of like the illiteracy of culture.
Yeah, the rot in the soul of culture, where it's a full-throated endorsement of, actually, this is good. We don't need to change a fucking thing.
Right.
We have everything we need. Look at them dance for us.
Yeah, change is bad. Anything that changed from what it was when I was a kid is the enemy, actually.
Yeah, you should never grow. You should never have any change. And women need to have ethics in game journalism. Nate, do you want to talk about how gamers are represented in this movie? I know you had a big problem with that.
Well, yeah, like, listen, I think I covered it with the Warren Robinette thing, where it's like, video games are different. they're different. Like, not to get into like mediums, right? But it's a different medium, and I think that a lot of times, well, it's like what Spielberg did to the movies, right? Where he just like brought out the references. You know, like video games here, they brought out the references, and they didn't talk about like. Well, and it shows how stuck he is. That he hasn't played a game past like the
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, right. Where it's like there's stories here, and there's things that are unique to video games that you're not really understanding because you have been stuck. You've been frozen, Ernest Cline. That's what I was complaining.
Frozen in amber. Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg. We got there.
I see that reference. I understand that reference. Yeah.
I do find it so funny that like this is just a thing, but like I find it funny that Tracer is in the movie. Like a game from 2016.
It's a big ad too. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's like that's a substantial, like noticeable ad. But like,
the villain is saying like we're gonna insert ads into everything. Like, dog, this movie is ads.
This movie is a commercial.
This movie's just a commercial. What are you talking about?
Which I gotta say, Ben Mendelsohn as the villain, always a great choice.
Oh, he is great.
He's terrific.
He did the most with that role.
He was the one who knew what movie he was in. Everyone else, not really.
Yeah. I mean, like, like all the artists that were animating these characters, they did a good job, right? Like, I liked his avatar where it was just like man in suit with like alpha chin. I'm like, yeah, I recognize that character. Like that. There's a villain right there,
right? Yeah.
Like all the original character designs were cool. I will give this movie that. Except when they started putting them in movie costumes, just like, oh, I'm gonna go on my date dressed like Buckaroo Banzai.
God.
Do people know Buckaroo Banzai really? Like,
we do. Most, like, I don't think.
Is it important to know Buckaroo Banzai, or is it important to know that Buckaroo Banzai was a movie? Right?
It was important to me to watch it at 17 for some reason and never revisit it.
Yeah. That's also, like, just as a side note, it's so weird how much, like, the things, like, there's so many things I never watched because they seem like a previous generation from me that are just thrown in there. Like, he's very obsessed with He-Man. Like, that was maybe a little bit before me. And, like, I remember in the book, he's talking about, like, I covered Japan. Of course I covered Japan. Like, Speed Racer. And that one, like, offended me personally because I'm like, the movie Speed Racer came out by the time you wrote this book. But you're telling me the thing the nerds got obsessed with was the 60s anime? Is that?
Oh, yeah. The anime that is dog shit. Yeah. Like, if you've seen an episode of Speed Racer, you're like, this sucks. This is bad.
Wait, stop, young man! You mustn't come this way. It's too dangerous. Dangerous? A dragon lives within that mountain. There's no such thing. He had to be lying. Dragons aren't real, not today.
Give me the Guyver,
and by the way,
please.
he never mentioned like Neon Genesis, Cowboy Bebop, Akira,
right? Because
any anime with taste.
Because the most important thing is his childhood, not anyone else's childhood.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this reminds me. Have you guys seen? Jenny Nicholson did a video years ago, Ready Player One for Girls, where she just reads that chapter, and I think some others.
The Nancy Drew line.
Yeah.
Right? Sorrento, to embarrass Sorrento, they're like, he likes Nancy Drew.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dog. Like, Nancy Drew is important to girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorrento likes Nancy Drew, and he does Kegels for some reason. Oh, wow. Isn't it funny that there's a homosexual?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, back to your point.
No, I was saying like that video is great because like it highlights exactly like if you literally just replace the names of properties with things that were popular with girls instead of boys, all of a sudden, like it becomes so clear how cringy it sounds to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Why was there no
like
strawberry
I'm not
shortcake?
saying like it's bad to like the girl stuff, but like the point is that like this would only appeal to nerd boys, and they would only like it because it's their things. But as soon as it's not your things, fuck, you could probably do this with like boomer dads or whatever. Like list off like MASH or whatever, and it would have the same effect because as soon as it's not your thing, all of a sudden it's really embarrassing to just list off the things you like as a triumphant speech.
The challenges are drinking out of a hose, riding in the back of a truck, using a payphone.
I mean, like, you know, I think about Ernest Cline and like, my dad was obsessed with Leave It to Beaver, you know, of that kind of era of his childhood, which was a fantasy, by the way. Like, you know, that didn't exist.
Right.
Yeah.
But he wants the fantasy. And like, it's this fetishization of the fantasy that also has me worried, given these modern times. Right, but really though, right? Like
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, okay. So have we murdered Ready? Like, have we destroyed this? Have we like, you know, gotten our point across?
He's already dead.
Right, I get that. I mean, like, whatever. We're all guilty of this, but I think that we all have fun with it, and we all move on.
Yeah.
I don't like watch old. I will occasionally get the urge to watch old Simpsons, but like I don't like go back to it constantly over and over again because I'm an adult with a forward functioning brain.
Right.
Like, I'm not depressed. When I'm depressed, I regress into The Simpsons. Right.
See, I will take up the opposite approach here because I don't get to say, no, I have a healthy relationship. Again, 2-hour Beast War video. But like,
Sure.
I think that there is a way to like engage with media you liked as a kid and learn more from it.
Yeah.
Because like the thing that oh, well, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you and I have done that with the same media.
Right. Yeah. And like, it's like the thing that like keeps getting to me about like just listing off these things is like, there are people behind those stories. You resonated with, you know, John Hughes movies or Speed Racer, apparently, enough to remember it because it struck an emotional chord with you. And on the other side of that media was a human fucking person. Lots of human people that wanted to convey something that mattered. And you can learn more about them. You can learn more about the story. You can dive into it more and like learn and grow and become the next storyteller. But this book, like this concept, Ready Player One, has no interest in that at all. Like no interest in the story behind it.
Its main plot gimmick, it's MacGuffin.
Yeah.
It totally misses the point. The point was like, hey, you know, I'm a real person. Look at me, please. I made this. I made this adventure for you.
Yeah.
And this was like, no, it's all lost. Like, do you think? I don't know if Brandon Bird did he write Iron Giant?
I think he was part of it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you think that it made him happy to see the Iron Giant that way? Like he's like, I'm glad people are still understanding the message of Iron Giant.
I can imagine he's not as mad as us because I don't know. I feel like there's a part of you. It's like, oh, hey, that's the thing I made. I like that.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
one
nice.
of the most well-known, famous, greatest technical directors that there's ever been used my thing in his movie. That feels good. He noticed me. He recognized the thing. He likes it.
Yeah.
I don't
but
know.
like at the same time, like there's like, oh, he noticed me versus, oh, he gets me.
Right.
Right.
And there is one writer that we haven't shat on while talking about this, and I need to get there. The movie was written by two people.
Oh, yeah.
One, Ernest Cline, who wrote the book Ready Player One. Two, Zach Penn, who wrote Free Guy.
Oh, God, yeah.
Ready Player One, and I said this thought to Nate aloud, is the thinking man's Free Guy. Because this motherfucker is just perpetuating this thing that he did in Ready Player One in everything he writes. So here on Hate Speech, I'm going to announce we are going to murder Zach Penn. No.
Actionable.
No, we're not. It's just
I'm not involved.
Yeah, Eric is completely clean. He's like, they're taking the lessons from this movie and spreading them out into other movies.
They're not thinking that hard about it.
I know they're not. It's unintentional, but it's still hurtful.
It's key jangling, right? It's just like, just look at this.
Yeah. Which,
Right.
like, the thing is, like, you could actually do, like, a good key jangling movie if you were like, hey, isn't it weird that we're so, like, susceptible to this? Like, make fun of your audience a little bit. Like, honestly, I think Free Guy actually approached. Did you guys actually watch Free Guy?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm not saying that, but I still feel like it did the Ready Player One story better.
It did. I will give it that. Because it actually invented characters and gave them an arc. Which
and
Ready
it said
Player
like,
One does
hey,
not.
maybe this world kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or Galaxy Quest does a good job of it.
Oh, Galaxy Quest. Yeah, that's a great
Fantastic,
one.
yeah.
Last Starfighter does, where it's like, I don't know, Tyler, you didn't watch the last
I did not see it, no.
This guy's good at a arcade game, and he gets captured by aliens because that arcade game was a test for him to be a real pilot. And see, like, that's
Is it a
the
reverse
fantasy.
Ender's Game?
Yeah, a bit, like, and that's the fantasy, is that, like, me being so good at a video game means that I'm gonna, have some importance. The high score will mean something. It's just, I understand that fantasy as well. It's just, it's masturbatory.
Yeah, we're favoring the meta narrative over creating new stories with new characters doing new things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, really shitty.
I think we've said it.
Any last thoughts before we put this on the spectrum of hate?
I don't think I want to think about this anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. So, here on Hate Speech, we have what is called the spectrum of hate, because we believe that if you're going to discuss something you hate, you should talk about it sort of as a spectrum, because it leads to more nuance. At the bad end of our spectrum, the thing you can hate the most, one Adolf Hitler. At the good end of our spectrum, someone everyone can universally love and is an actual sweetie pie, one LeVar Burton.
Not
Perfect
Jordy.
spectrum.
Not Jordy.
Not Jordy.
We have to make that caveat that it's not Jordy, because Jordy has Ernest Cline feelings about women.
Yeah, he does.
So this one I think is real bad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
Like, it doesn't have a body count. Maybe.
I don't think it's killed anyone. This movie hasn't killed anyone, but I think we like to value two things. One is how we personally feel about it, which is this is dog shit.
Yeah.
I think everyone can agree this is a steaming pile of dog shit. If I could erase it from society, I would.
Yep.
But also there's the cultural impact I like to kind of mix in there as well. Like, has this caused a dent in culture and society? Has this caused damage to us as a whole?
Damaging the whole, the sex robot.
You don't damage the whole. You
True.
I would just like to point out, I'm assuming this list is public.
Oh, yes, very much so.
I just want to point out what I'm looking at right now. There is Star Wars fanboys, transphobia in sports, and Gamergate 2 all right next to each other in this list.
Patterns
and
emerge.
that feels like if Ready Player One had one of those like graphs of the people they interact with on social media, like that would be their inner circle.
Oh, 100%. And you can find this list online at our new hate speech website that Nate designed.
Hate speech, hatespeechpod.com?
We don't know.
Look at the notes. Okay, I want to go back and clarify something. It is sometimes okay to damage the whole, like, just communicate. Because, I realized I did an Ernest Cline thing there. It's like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's okay to damage the whole. It's not about respect sometimes.
Consents and boundaries need to be discussed.
I'm just saying.
Does Ernest Cline know about those?
Yeah.
No, obviously not.
No, he's a real Revenge of the Nerd style nerd.
Yeah, he's one of those bad ones.
Didn't he? No, what was it? Didn't he write Fanboys? Was that it?
Did he write Fanboys?
I think. Yeah, screenplay by Ernest Cline.
Ugh.
I always forget about that.
No, I think you're right. I think is it for me? It is. Is it below Gamergate 2? Like, think about Gamergate 2 really didn't kick off in the way that we thought it did at the time we recorded Gamergate 2.
Right.
Yeah.
It kind of, once all the like hidden porn game stuff came out about that guy, he kind of was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep stealing money.
Is Ernest Cline Grums? Maybe that's how he. Is he Grums?
I feel like Ernest Cline is going to grow into Grums. Like he's got like maybe 5 years.
Unregulated Grums. Or a regulated Grums.
Yeah, he's pre-Grum. He's in his pre-Grums era.
But like, I think this fucking thing is so popular that I want to put it below Gamergate 2. Is that like it's such a beacon?
Yeah,
I feel like that's appropriate. And it's also kind of a dig at Gamergate 2 to like be one upped by.
And not only is it damaging to the culture, it also acts as an apology for maybe what it does is good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this story is good. Like, it's so up its own ass and so concerned with itself and loves itself that, hey, maybe you're virtuous by watching every episode of Family Ties and War Games. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you should watch War Games 157 times, which, by the way, he says specifically 157 times.
I've watched it once, and I'm like, it was okay.
I have watched, like, Lord of the Rings movies. I fucking love those movies to death. I've watched every behind the scenes. I've watched every Lord of the Rings movie, maybe cumulatively in my life, 20 times.
I have a special relationship with the movie Kroll. It's one of those things where, like, I turned 21 before any of my friends, so I had to have my own 21 birthday without, like, drinking alone.
Yeah, you had a Mai Tai and Kroll.
I watched Mai Tai and Kroll because, like, this is how I celebrate.
Yeah.
When I saw The Glaive, it made me sad.
Yeah, when I saw RoboCop in the first 5 minutes of this movie with Batman, I was like, no.
I feel better masturbating than seeing The Glaive on Kroll because, like, I think, like, the whole masturbation stuff, the whole Sexbot thing, bring it back to Sexbot. Like, I think there's a shame in there where he's trying to justify his own sexuality. There's something he's trying to overcome there.
Which, like, no one cares, bro. Just jerk it. We don't care.
Just do it. You don't have to tell us. Just do it.
Two things: a statement, then a question. The statement is, I think the Sexbot is supposed to make you overcome. And two,
no, it's not.
Has there ever been a time in your life, Nate, where masturbating was worse than Kroll?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let that run around in my brain a little bit.
Build your own headcanon on that one, for listeners.
This movie made me want to put a cannon to my head. You know?
Yeah. Make some fan fiction about that time I had a bad jerkin session.
And you can email it to us. There's a button on the website that sends me directly an email. So.
You want to put it on an archive of our own? Just put it up there.
And so far, every email I've got, I've responded to. So listeners know that if you send me an email, you will get a personal response.
Okay, I think we found a spot for it underneath Gamergate too.
Yeah.
And any like parting thoughts we have for this thing aside from like, I'm ready to be done.
I want to thank Eric for one coming on this podcast, and two, going down this road with us, and three. Letting me have an outlet so I never have to think about or talk about Ready Player One ever again, and to know that you are still mired in Ready Player One. I feel like I should send you money.
Can we send you money?
You can subscribe to my Patreon.
You know what? I'm going to do that.
Lord Ravenscraft, but
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now if I haven't already.
Also, I just want to share a little bit of the math that I will probably be putting in this video because
hell yeah.
I'm obsessed with like the amount of time this guy says he spent on this. If he watched War Games 157 times with 114-minute runtime, he spent almost 300 hours, supposedly, watching War Games. Imagine watching one movie more hours of your life than you spent in Skyrim.
That sounds like a Mr. Beast challenge, you know?
Right? Jesus Christ.
You have to watch War Games 157 times, and you can't leave the room, and you get $3,000. Also, if you have diabetes or get toxic shock, we'll sue you. Mr. Beast, our first little guy. We should kill.
Guy.
First little guy.
Yeah, first guy we covered on this whole shindig.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna curse anymore. I feel like Ernest Cline would curse.
So we're not cursing because Ernest Cline would?
No, actually, fuck Ernest Cline. Fuck everything he's created, and fuck everything that will happen because of him. Fuck him. Actively, I'm gonna fucking murder him. No, I can't say that.
For legal reasons.
To Walmart. I'm gonna buy a gun. I'm gonna load it with bullets that I've engraved with stuff, and I'm going to politely tell Ernest Cline to not make any more fiction. Not with the gun.
No.
But like I'm gonna send him a letter. Just a normal letter.
That's got me thinking, Nate. What were the 3 words you'd put on the bullets intended for Ernest Cline?
Oh my God,
I have them ready to go. Here we go. There are stickers for Qbert visible in the scene. As the Oasis loads the first thing, we see some planets, one of which is Cybertron. There is also a floating house with references to the Wizard of Oz. Batman is seen scaling up Mount Everest.
You're just
Also
listing
an
the
Avatar-
references in order from the movie.
Okay. Then followed Lou Chaney, Wolfman appears. And then Battletoads, then RoboCop, and then Marvin the Martian. Ordani, Shane, and Orax are seen from the first of many Battleborn references. I like that. An orc from Warcraft is seen behind Parsifal when we see him. Sonic and Tracer are seen waiting for the line at the portal. John Bender and Nightwing are walked by the crowd. Commander Shepard is seen walking by as well.
Stop!
Hello
Oh
Kitty
my
and her two
God.
friends are seen walking past Parsifal.
He's just going to keep going.
You're
Along with
killing
Protoss.
us.
The shape of the thing that Parsifal uses to contact H is in the shape of a Rubik's Cube.
God damn it. I just realized I should have fucking said this. This movie has the same energy as AO3, but would never admit it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's fan
yeah,
fiction. It's fan fiction.
You're absolutely right.
But like, okay, so do me a favor though, if you want to like get the full list of references, there's references in Ready Player One, Reddit. He lists out every single one. It's massive.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
I can't with that fucking.
Back in the real world, Wade calls
Jesus
Maura
Christ.
Halliday Rosebud,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
which is a reference to Orson Welles'
Citizen, yeah.
Citizen Kane.
Orson Kane.